What's going on down there? My name is Nigeria Chambers of Big Gold Belt Media. It's a pleasure to finally get a chance to talk to you today. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good, good. Just so you know, my brother, I am home. I'm in the DMV. I'm in Washington, D.C. I know that's your hometown. Are you home right now? Are you at the crib?
No, I'm so far away from Washington, D.C. I'm on the other side of the world. I'm in Australia right now.
Word. That's what's up, my
Yeah,
guy.
but just to represent for the DMV and being in Australia, I probably had some kangaroo meat with mumbo sauce.
One time for the DMV. But Donnell, man, how you feeling today, man? Like it's a lot. I want to talk about this character, Alvin. So little time. You're so iconic and legendary. And there's so many things I want to kind of tap your man about the construction of Alvin alongside of Lamar because there's an interesting dynamic that I don't think enough people give appreciation to. One thing I kind of picked up on is I thought I kind of drew a comparison to like buddy cop films where you got the comedian who's on the side and you sort of got the muscle or the person that may have a few laughs but not truly going to drive the comedic factor to it. With your experience, your knowledge, your just your body of work, what Alvin is to Lamar is actually something very unique because Lamar is sinister. He's the devil. He's evil. And Alvin has his comedic touch to it, but it only strengthens what Lamar is of a character. You only just truly see his side of that really dark side of him. Even when there's tries to be sides of humanity with him, Alvin truly does only heightens what Lamar is. So, with your time with The Wire and all these other different legendary projects that you've been on, how did you construct Alvin to make it your own, but also really give balance to Lamar the character?
When I was younger, growing up between Washington D.C., like I was the type of guy. I hung out with some of the most notorious, some of the most gangster, some of the most. I mean, that's I had nothing to do with it, but like as they say in the street, some real killers.
Yeah.
You know, but with that said, I mean, it's nothing to praise that. But with that said, when I was always around them, I wasn't a killer. I wasn't a gangster. I was always a comic relief. I was always the one to find something funny to say or something funny to do in some of the most serious moments.
Yeah.
And I kind of like brought that with, like Alvin. Alvin's not, he doesn't come off as a goofball. He doesn't come off as trying to be funny. He just come off as somebody do weird, funny stuff.
Yeah.
Because Alvin has his own background and his own weird things to deal with himself. But and it reminded me when I lived in Brooklyn. Again, I used to do this comedy show at this place in Brooklyn, and on one particular Monday night, all the gangbangers and everybody would come there. But for some reason, when they was around me, they called the truce. They said, "Okay, we're not going to hurt anybody, and we're going to enjoy ourselves. And we're going to enjoy ourselves with Donnell." And that's kind of like what Alvin is. And then Alvin also is a relative of Lamar. And like they say you can't you can't choose your family.
Yeah.
And I think one of the saving grace for Alvin and Lamar's relationship is that's probably the one thing. And Lamar goes hard, but that might be the one thing to stop him from really hurting me. It's like, God damn it, you my cousin. I know your mom. I know the family. So I'm going to keep it this way, but at the same time, don't play with me. But I've been having fun. I've been having fun doing this character. Anytime I get an opportunity, I call it playing make believe. Anytime I have an opportunity to act, I get excited about it because that's not what's been like fueling my career. You know what I'm saying? For the most part,
Yeah.
I'm a stand up.
Yeah.
And every so often, I've been lucky enough that when I get a project, it's something that resonates with pop culture. It's something that people like. I mean, The Wire, Chappelle Show,
Yeah.
The Corner. It's always a project, and I don't have to be in it a lot. I call myself the Busta Rhymes of acting. Let me just
Hey.
jump on your album. Let me just jump on your album, spit a quick 16, and then I'm out. Bye bye. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know?
Hey man, that's a dope way to put that. And I'm gonna try to see if I can get these other two questions. And the next one is you mentioned The Wire, and there has been a lot of compare and contrast to Lamar and Omar. How would you sort of describe the comparison and contrast of these two? Now, shall I say, iconic villains in some two of the most pivotal shows out here in pop culture?
Yeah, I mean, both of them have similarities, but I mean, Omar did some crazy stuff. But when Lamar emptied his poop bag, right, I was like, you know what, Omar, you a kindergarten playing kindergarten playground games with that. You know, R.I.P. Mike, man, was a good friend of
Yeah,
mine.
yeah,
But both of them, like for some reason, with these movies that depict a certain lifestyle, people like love to hate the bad guy.
yeah.
You know, like they want to get rid of him, but at the same time, they enjoy that excitement of what is this guy going to do next? He's a time bomb. But the interesting thing about Lamar and I'll say Eric's a method actor, right?
Yeah.
I'm an untrained actor, so on a set, you can imagine him trying to get into a mode where he's about to go kill somebody, and I'm in the back of the van cracking jokes, and him trying to refrain from laughing. But he did a great job, man, and I love to see. He's definitely a known actor, but I love to see these guys that find a lick or be a part of a project that introduced them to like everybody. So
Yeah.
I learned a lot from him. Shout out to Tasha Smith was the reason why I was on BMF. Tasha Smith, we did the corner together years ago. And in fact, for this role of Alvin, I didn't audition anything. Uh, uh, Tasha just called me one day, and I didn't catch her call the first time. Then when I finally called, the first thing she said was, "When I call, you better answer your phone, motherfucker." Which meant I knew she had a gig for me. She had a conversation with Randy, creator, showrunner, co-executive producer, and 50, and it was just a phone call. They put me in that last scene of last season. They wrote me in 3 episodes, and then they really fell in love with this character, so they just kept adding it and adding and adding and adding. I think I'm on, if I'm not mistaken, every episode other than the premiere, and it's been a good experience.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so glad that you are part of this project, and I just could imagine you know, you're talking about having jokes in the back, but I just can't imagine just how much knowledge you bring to the set and how many folks are sidebarring with you trying to tap into that knowledge, but also getting a laugh
Man,
as well too.
I don't bring no damn knowledge to no set.
Lies, lies.
All I bring is the jokes. My goal, whenever I go on one set, is to have everybody entertained, from crab services to director. You know, what I mean, that's one of the things that I, you know, was good at and enjoyed about when I was on the Chappelle Show. When I
Yeah.
came to work, it never really felt like work. It just felt like another opportunity for me to make people have a good time and have fun. And that's the same thing that I brought to the set of BMF. And hopefully, with this third season, they see what my contribution is, and I'll be back.
I love to hear that. I love to hear that, man. Last question I want to ask for you. You talk about the smell of the bag. What is going through your mind to emulate those sort of emotes from the smells that we all know what it really does smell like? But what are you doing on set to kind of, you know, bring
Well,
those emotes to life?
I'm not doing anything on set. What I'm doing is taking it back, because I had a buddy of mine that got shot like 12 years ago, and he had a bag, and it was like, you know, he was a tough guy. The toughest part was like him dealing with like accidents, that bag not being burnt, and we would be in the car, right? And I would be like, God damn. So I'd be like, yo, we gotta pull over, open up a window. And it's so funny because when he saw the scene, he was like, yo, you remember we was in the car, right? You was acting like that situation with us. I was like, I do remember that, but I just know it's probably one of the foulest smells I've ever smelled. And I felt sorry that he was in a situation where he had to do that. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not trained. A lot of the stuff that I do on acting, it's just like, I don't know if it's natural or it just was a perfect situation for me. I don't say that I went to Juilliard. I'm not saying that I'm a Oscar contender. I'm just saying I'm somebody to get a chance to play make believe every once in a while. And obviously, you know, there's some people out here that make decisions that like what I do.
Yeah, man, hard work, man. That's all that is, and you deserve to be in these spaces. You need to know that. As I mentioned, the iconic and legendary Donnell Rawlings. You know,
Well,
hopefully,
I just want to look. I just want you to hate my life. This is my life right now. Look out there, son. Look out there, son. I'm sorry. I know y'all out there freezing, son. I'm enjoying that beach life, bitch. It's a beach, bitch.
well, for all intents and purposes, absolutely enjoy your stay in Australia. You know, we'll be watching the episode this week. Hopefully, you won't be having to apologize to Blackie no more this season. But until the next time we get to talk.
All right, for sure. I'm not apologizing. Yo, that's going to be so funny because all the parts, the play, it's been kind of funny, but this episode coming up, it's real funny because it's like the relationship I have with Lamar, the relationship I have with Lamar's best friend at the moment is very interesting, and I can't stand either one of them.
Don't be eating my hungry man's, all right?
Yeah, you know, the Hungry Man's a series, so that's a real deal right there.
All right, my brother, it's been a pleasure to talk to you, and hopefully we get to do it again very soon.
All right, have a great day.
Appreciate you.